Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition here of Trekking Across the Universe Weekend Review. And it is a glorious evening. Yesterday was April Fool's Day, so hey, we had to follow it up. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April 2nd, 2023, and we are going and blowing. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Of course, I'm Roger. That's Michael. That's Jag. And I hate traitors! I think it's the best thing I could say. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Good evening, Elizabeth. The Archaholics in the house. And, oh, wow. Michael, do you see that? It's 54.
Yeah. Later than yours.
Later?
Mm-hmm. Much more advanced.
I don't know about that. Marcia. I was going to say hail all, but I know it says hi all. Thank you for joining us. And Linda. Thank you.
Susie. Hi, Susie.
Good evening. Once again, that's Michael. I'm Roger, and that's Jag right over there. So what a glorious thing that happened. I got to tell you, I hate traitors. That's the best way I can say it. Hey, what good stuff. Michael, wow. Episode 9, right?
I thought we were talking about 10.
10. Screw it. Which episode are we talking about?
Episode 9.
Yeah, all right. Very good. Oh, you got it. I was like, okay.
You remember, he's from Arc 2, and he may have messed around with the FTL, so he may be ahead of us. So that could be the reason. That could be why.
Oh, yeah. Aren't you going to put Arc 2 back up there?
No, I had too many complaints.
What?
Why?
Who
I
complained?
had complaints, yes.
Who complained?
I'm not allowed to say.
I think Arc 53 might be a better version.
Could be.
I don't know what that means. I'm going to stick with 47 because we all know what 47 means. But hey, I could have gone with Arc 31, but that's another universe. Well, hell, even Arc 47 is another universe. Michael, episode 9. What are your thoughts, buddy? Let's get into it.
Where do I start?
All I can say is I was right. I knew she was from Arc 15. I called it. I knew it. And I said that she was doing something. And I believe they're hunting people down. And, Linda says, according to Elizabeth, Comet Water gives you jet power. I don't know. Michael, I interrupted you on that one. I just had
that's okay.
It's been sticking in my craw ever since I saw the episode and I saw what that woman.
Well, now we know why she wanted a gun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was planning this.
Yep.
So she goes, Now, I'm assuming they knew that Trust was on the Ark. I guess because he disappeared. And so then they assumed he must be on Arc 1, I guess. Maybe they thought he might have been on Arc 3, and that's why she was there, and he wasn't. I don't know. I don't even know if they'll address that or not.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
They have to. They have to. Well, it was interesting to actually watch the episode in live tweet because as soon as this whole episode was unveiling and everything, look at him, homework boy.
Yeah, episode 10, I can see it on there.
And
he knows what's coming.
Oh yes, he's prepared.
That's
look at
quite
him.
A bit. 5 pages for episode 9.
Yes, and you'll be happy to know that I saw it 4 times again, and being the passive watcher. But the fan reaction as soon as this episode was just gearing up to where it was going was incredible. And as you've already related, you hate traitors. And your fans that were watching on Twitter were right with you. And they were just calling the traitors out. As soon as, Mrs. Trust, she is the evil one. Than I thought, more than I thought than Trust himself, William. And as soon as people honed in on that, they were just the hateful comments for her character was just awesome to see because I was feeling the same thing. So anyway, that's just to start off. I have a bunch of notes, a bunch of little things that kind of caught my eye. But I just think it was a great start, and it was exactly what state. By the way, I'm still pinching myself on that Stacy interview. By the way, that was awesome. Um, and it was exactly what she said. That hey, episode 9 though, and it's exactly what she said. If she tells me tomorrow there's a unicorn in the backyard, I'm going to believe her. Everything she says from now on, I'm going to believe because she didn't let me down. And if for those that saw the episode, Alicia did. She said she was proud of what Alicia did in that episode, and so was I. I was very proud of what Alicia did.
Elizabeth, forgive me, and sorry, Jag. Um, you are much worse than me. I would like just a little bit of clarity on that. Is it because I am drinking Clamato? I'm not drinking liquor. I am actually, not that I'm shilling for Clamato, but I'm not the spicy one. That's what I'm having right now. And it's no liquor. Look, directly out of the. Okay. Nothing in there.
It's enhanced comet water.
Enhanced comet water. Wow. This must be from the asteroid belt. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know who you are and where you hail from. We're glad you're joining us here. And it is absolutely a lot of fun being here again for this episode on this program. Michael did catch me when he said episode 10. Did you see how I reacted? I was trying to be as calm as possible, saying, oh, damn, I messed up again.
And
Oh, my goodness.
you know how it is. It's hard to keep up with the episodes in general, and it's now hard to keep up with what episode you're on. So, and we only have 3 left coming after the 9. So,
Yeah, that's true.
So there won't be that much of a problem in terms of trying to remember what episodes are coming up because we're running out of season 1 episodes. But we'll continue.
Speaking of,
Bye.
No way!
Yes.
Okay.
Now we got to dress up here. You know. Now we got to.
I'm wearing the wrong shirt. I'm just not gonna fit. It's not gonna fit, Captain.
Holy cow! And you know what?
Hey, this is a surprise.
Yes, and you know what? I'm gonna have to say it. I got the quotes. So we better not act like children, or she'll have to treat us like children. So we gotta be behaving.
Yeah, we do, don't we? Oh my!
Oh, that is awesome.
I love when she was talking to Kat. All right, we're gonna be all over the place, guys. Oh my goodness, it is. Oh, I loved it when she spoke to Kat. She says, something effective. You better make another choice.
And you know what? Now that we have
on Kat's face.
We
have her here.
The look on Helena's face too. I mean, if looks could kill, acting was superb. I know that's not how you really are, so I'm gonna say it.
No, and I mean, it wasn't. So at the very beginning, I got the quotes, man, and this is awesome. I'm glad she's joining in so she can check us out. But where she said, Will says you're acting like children. We're gonna have to treat you like children. And then later she says something to the effect of, "Well, we've done this the easy way. Now we're going to do the painful way." I took that as her character basically telling the crew and William that troubles are over. We're now moving to the next level, and he knows what Helena is like. And that point where you mentioned where she's with Kat and William walks in and says, "I'm here for my session." I mean, Helena is like on it and starts to be suspicious real quick, and she knows she knows William.
Yeah.
And then she says, and then they brought up the Juno project, so that I can sleep now. I can
now
sleep
you know
now.
what the Juno project.
Yes,
is.
now I know what the Juno project is about. And so when when they're saying, okay, where it's by the way, for those that kind of missed out what the Juno project is they were going to basically genetically select people on the ark to pair out and go on forth with that. And when Helena asks Kat and says, "Oh, and I'd like to meet your potential mate," and Kat comes back and says, "Oh, he died and whatever. I'm gonna have to find something new." And look at the eyes that Helena gets. Yes, you're gonna have to find something new. Yeah. And I was like, so that was second, right? She planted the seed at the beginning with it getting painful. Now she's saying you better find something new. Mr. William Trust got it in terms of I don't mess around, because what happened after? Kat calls him in to the room. And can you tell I'm excited now? Because anyway, and then she's trying to can you, oh, by the way, when that little scene where the William and Kat were talking about how she says I'm gonna almost essentially blackmailing William and say, oh, you're threatening me. I tweeted out cat fight. Anyway, that was funny. Anyway, so when Mr. Williams says you don't want to mess around with Helena and you don't want to get on our bad side, I immediately saw how Helena was essentially the string puller in that relationship. He's just the front man. He's just making sure the project goes. But it's clear that Helena is the one that is in charge. I'm so excited.
Now that is cool. And what happened in the episode, I'm not trying to dismiss either what you just said, Jag. I guess I'm just trying to. Okay. Well, that shot my whole argument. Bingo. I was going to go on a tangent and maybe add to. No, we're done. We're good. That was good.
You don't want to mess with Mrs. Trust. So.
Yes. I really believe, and this will be cool. She'll be able to comment on this tomorrow. Let's hear it. Oh wow, this is crazy. You have to understand, Miss De La Cruz. It is a little. No, just kidding. I really thought, or I still think, that Helena is committed to him. Mm-hmm. She was angry at the situation because she thought Trust is up to what Trust always does. And she goes right up to Kat and just says, yeah, I'm not that stupid, you moron. I know what's happened. I know what's going on. You have to choose another mate. Because it was obvious when they walked in. She says, oh, another session. And she was there. She wasn't stupid. She got it right away. That's why it was cool when she told her, you better find someone else. But my thinking is, and up until the bingo comment, was that she still is committed to him. They're a partner. They're a power couple. And she wants him to do well. I know Kat does say, or someone does say to the effect of, she's the real power. She's the one using him. I don't think so. I think they're in on it together. Okay. I think she is good at reminding him on what he needs to do, but they're committed. Because if you notice, Trust almost goes into puppy dog mode at times when she starts to remind him to do stuff. He puts the head down a little bit, and he's in it. They're in it to win it. It's just that she is the ruthless one. Miss De La Cruz, I really did not like it in the episode when you get on your high horse and you're like, hey, Trust, Alicia over here, we know, you asked her straight out, you're going to get out of the brig, right? She said, pretty much. She says, well, we need an example. Okay, there a line was crossed. I didn't like that. Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, but I instantly did not like the character at that point. I know she's ruthless. I know she's going to get stuff done, but
you know what that means? That means she's doing her job as an actress. Because you know what?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But you know what? Let me tell you, there was a comment from Uruguay, and they called Mrs. Helena Trust a snake. And I'm like, from Uruguay, they're actually saying so Mrs. Trust
but wait a
is
minute,
evil.
Isn't that their national animal over? No, just I was going, hey, maybe.
But I mean, to see even international audiences in a different language, and I mean, they put in Spanish, la señora or la Elena Cruz, not Elena Cruz, sorry, Elena Cruz es una víbora, which in Spanish means she's a snake. Yeah. So I wrote back and I said, God, even internationally, these people are just picking up on how great, and then remember she was talking to Felix's second in command, and and she's like, oh, I'm very, very kind, going, I'm thankful, I can see why you want to be eating lunch with me and so forth, and the other lady is just completely falling over her. But it's clear that Helena had a mission. and to implant that seed to that second in command about, hey, we need to start uh, what is it when we decapacitate the crew or sedate them or something. So she had already had a major plan to go forth, but she had that charming kind of, hey, I'm your friend. How's Felix? I really feel bad for him. By the way, we got to hear the name of the daughter. I think it was Catherine was the name of the daughter.
Oh yes.
And so that was a very cool little tidbit that Miss Helena Trust gave us on that episode. And now we know the daughter's name for Felix. But she was just very kind. But she's the kind of person that is just, you mess with her and she'll bite you and take you
Mm.
out. Take you out.
Yeah, yeah. Take you out and flat out was willing to get rid of someone that clearly stood in her way.
Oh yeah, she is determined. She's ruthless. She's got a mission, and she doesn't care who's there. And I do agree with you, Roger. Believe it or not, when you said that they're on, I know. When they say that they are in it together to win it, and she's just kind of the lady that makes sure that Mr. Williams stays on tap to meet that goal.
Did you guys ever see the HBO docudrama about the night shift? I equate the relationship of Helena to what Helen Kushnick. I think her name was Helen Kushnick of all things. So maybe evil people are Helens. But anyway, uh, Helena Kushnick with Jay Leno. And there's a moment where she says, "Oh, come on, honey. You know how the game's played. Look, I go butcher the cows so you can do your thing over here." I equate that as a power couple relationship. That she will do this stuff. She is smart. She's cunning. She'll do what Trust will not do. And Trust obviously will do that which Helena. He knows what she does. He's not. Look, he was surprised when remember he was having a flashback in the prior episode about being escorted out of the building. He says, "This is my building. Why are you escorting me out?" That still isn't made clear, at least to me, why. But she took advantage of it, of basically putting him under. I guess we should have seen that as a foreshadowing.
And the other thing is, I love how she just says, "And I love you," when
No.
she does stuff like that. When she sedated him and everything, and I love you. So, she's a very complex character. And we saw a little bit more of that in this episode of how she will stop at nothing to ensure that Mr. William Trusts gets to whatever mission he needs to go if he goes off track. But I also believe she um, is very determined that maybe she's got her own goals that she may not have related to Trust. So uh, it was just so cool to see a little bit more of that character development for Miss Helena and find out the real. Excuse me, Miss Dela Cruz, you're awesome, but to find out that Helena is a snake, so real snake.
In this story, I did notice in my note taking, I'm not showing off right now. I was just,
No, I think you're awesome. I think that's great.
I made the note of it right now that this is it wasn't that long in runtime, the episode. It was a 1 hour episode. It ran about its normal time, but I had 5 pages. I normally don't do 5 pages for a 46-minute episode. So I started looking back at my notes and I noticed that there were a lot of transition. There were a lot of different scenes that were shown. There was a lot of, I don't know if you have a name for it, but written drama where there was a lot going on and they were jumping around from scene to scene to scene. Everyone was involved. And I appreciate that. It gets your heart going because you're trying to catch up to what's going on with everyone. And it automatically builds the story. And I was really happy with that. When I determined that it was a coup, I knew it was a coup, it just angered me.
Mm-hmm.
It genuinely did. And the dynamic of Bryce and Eva, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Because now everyone knows now that there's something going on between Eva and Bryce.
Yep.
Because she knocked him out. How did she carry him to the brig?
I was going to
Or
say,
did
how
she
did she
have?
end up? Yes. How did he end up in the room? I get that. Yes, but I do
Yes.
agree. I do agree that it. And we said this almost every episode that we've seen. It's just no way to catch up. Yes. Yes. Exactly. That's why I'm saying. But it's amazing that even though we catch the fact that those don't sound familiar, the people she's saying it to can't get it. They're like, "Oh, okay, thank you," whatever. They accept it because they're blinded, I believe, by Helen's charm. And my or maybe I'm talking about the second in command for Felix. She just adores Helena Trust, and so I'm thinking that's where she's blinded by the charm. But I think William's just afraid of her, in my opinion. So,
Marcia
but
says
back
Eva
to
carried Bryce by herself once before when
oh,
he
that's
passed
true.
out.
That's true. That's true. They just didn't show that. Um, but what I thought was interesting was it was just another action-packed, drama-filled episode that I don't know how they do that in 44 minutes or 43 minutes, and how we can just catch our breath. There were just so much. I mean, my notes are here. Uh, just to real quick, I just want to talk about the coup real quick, where they're saying they want to go to Ross 128B, and they were talking about the Prox B vote, right? They want to say, hey, we can't go to Prox B because of ARC 15, so we need to go to this one, which can add 2 years later into their trip. And I thought it was interesting that even though William is well known in the government and he's an industry leader and everything else, you would think he would realize that when they're taking a vote, that was democracy. And when he said, no, this is not right, I don't know why you're taking a vote, and that great line from Bryce that says it's called democracy dip, um, that was just interesting that they had to school him about what they were doing, because even Helena comes back and says, oh, so it's a popularity contest, not
Yeah.
democracy. But it was just interesting that they took it that way. But I'm going to play devil's advocate real quick. I could see the trust's point of view in that vote, because whose money and whose resources were used to build that arc and to get that program going? The trusts. And so who's Garnett and Arc One's crew to stand in their way about what they want to do? They essentially invested their resources and money to the Arc program. So I'm just being, like I said, I agree with the Arc One team and everything and what they did, but I can also see from a devil's advocate point of view that that the trust, I could see where they're coming from, because they invested their deal, and we don't know the final true mission, but they're just trying to preserve the mission as they see it. So I'm just being devil's advocate, but I just wanted to bring that up for your discussion if you saw that.
Michael, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, I'm just replying to an email, so skip me
Okay.
for right now.
Yeah. Jag, I appreciate that comment, and there's a lot into it. I'm going to have to bring that in. I'm going to think about that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It was just I'll play that when I'm watching the show. I'll see it from the way it's presented, then I'll look at it from another perspective that I could see. I'm just basically saying I can see both sides. I'm obviously on Arc One's team, but I can see both sides in that the team was wanting not to be threatened by Arc 15. However, I can see the trust saying, "Hey, this is our stuff. Who are you to tell us what to do with our stuff?" So I can see that.
Well, they haven't endured what the crew did. They've heard, they probably read some logs, they've been told some, colloquially, whatever has happened. But I just think that, in my honest opinion, I hate when people do that. So I just did it myself. I believe they're blinded to their means, and they don't trust anyone but themselves.
Mm-hmm.
She alluded to it 2 episodes ago, or one episode, I don't know, when she said, look, once we get to Prox B, you're going to be the boss. You're going to be
Yes.
dumb man. All right.
Yes.
I would have some kind of story in my thing of why they have to get to where they have to get. But there doesn't seem to be. It's just, this is what we're going to do, and that's it. Oh, this is mistrust. You don't agree? Well, this is the way it's going to be. look, in business, I get that, but there's a little bit more nuance in real life. The military is not a democracy. I was a little surprised. Sharon in the beginning was making decisions without asking for any input. That is true.
Good
That was the
point,
one
Marcia.
thing that upset Lane.
Good
She
point,
was
Marcia.
making, and she said, "Well, I am the most qualified." She slapped him down very hard. So uh, I think when they started to learn to trust each other, or they started to trust her more, she started to put it out to a vote. And I'm not real big on that, even in the management style. It's like if you have your captain, you got to go with it. But this is not a military. That was made clear to us. Strickland's not military. He's not part of this. It isn't a military operation. This isn't the Federation. This isn't Star Trek. This isn't Battlestar Galactic, where you have a clear line. There's a demarcation between military and civies. There's no such thing here. They're all that. You had a leadership cadre, for lack of a better word, and then you had all the kids underneath.
Hmm. And I like the way you used the word kids, because that's how I perceive Helena and William Trust in this episode, how they're treating the crew as kids.
I did surmise in some of the prior episodes, and I had this conversation with Michael. I don't know if I had it with Jag as much, but I was thinking that the reason why they found Arc 3 and they discovered there was damage to Arc 3 through Arc 15 was that maybe they'd been a Prox B,
Hmm.
and it's not as good as they thought it was,
Hmm.
and they're going to take out the other arcs to
Hmm.
keep the resources to them.
Hmm.
When they discovered Kelly in Arc 3, I'm proud of this one. I guessed this one. I said, no, 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 no. She said way too many contradictory things. I said, I think she's from Arc 15. She was
Hmm.
looking for something specific, and she was eliminating people. So that's my one guess. I don't think I'm going to get any other correct. So I'm going to bore the crap out of everyone on that
No,
for a
that's
while.
great, because you know what? We all got the wool pulling over our eyes with the Trent situation. So this was the same thing. As soon as I knew it was Kelly, I yelled like everywhere. I think my neighbors were thinking there was something wrong in the house, because I was like, "Yes, it's Kelly! I knew it!" Whatever. And so I think we're making up for what we missed on Trent, and that we actually found Kelly in. But you know what? She left some pretty good clues. She didn't want to see anything to do with the video. She didn't want to do anything. When they discussed anything close to the Arc 15 topic, she kind of swayed away. So I think that I feel the same way like you. I'm like, putting a feather in my cap that we got that one. So we're making up for what we missed.
Uh, Linda asks a question. Is GSA a military corporation, a private corporation? And if it is, why do they hold military ranks?
So if I'm not mistaken, GSA stands for Global Space
Agency?
Administration or Agency. So it's interesting. I've not been able to find any more information on the side or on the backstory of the ARC to find out if it is a military or a private corporation. However, the fact that the trusts are introduced as the leaders and the ones that have been trying to fix the world and the decarbonization, that's all that stuff, it's becoming to me that it sounds like it's more of a private corporation. I may be wrong, but that's what it's sounding to me.
Well, it makes more sense because of what you did say. I mean, um, they put up the money, they built the ships, um, they controlled everything, and that's, as said, that's why they seem to be think they should be able to do it now. So
Now, is it also possible that it's somewhat akin to NASA? Because NASA has ranks as well aboard the space shuttle mission they had, and they didn't go as far as have lieutenant, ensign, and stuff like that, but they had commander, and they had, um, a few other ranks. So I'm sure someone's going to correct me on that last statement. So come on, bring it in.
mission specialists, things like that. That's what
Yeah, a specialist,
Right.
yes, which is
Specialist.
also a military term. Very good. Thank you, Michael. Wow, I appreciate that. So Linda says, so why do they hold military ranks? We might have weaseled our way through that one right now.
Yes.
Why?
for
Don't
now.
know.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll have to ask the
Well,
writers why.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I think they also think that just running the ship with a bunch of civvies, there's no real focus as to what they need to do. So they finally figured they needed to have some kind of military structure to get the
Hey,
ship on track.
a cruise ship is not a military ship, and they have ranks too. So
Right. Hey, good. I've never been on one, so
you've never been on a cruise ship?
I've never been on a cruise ship. So
Oh,
maybe
sorry.
one day. I want to bring up real quick, since we're kind of going down in order. I wanted to bring up. You brought
Uh-huh.
up the kinda. We were talking back on previous episode that they were found in the trusts were found in sector OT, and I saw that it was mentioned in episode 8 that that's where they were found, and then in episode 9 they made it pretty conspicuous to see OT on the screens, like OT protocol, OT this, right? So I got to think, what does OT stand for? So I'm coming up with some ideas. I'm thinking maybe only trust, operation trust, opportunities threats. But here's the one that kind of blew my mind a bit. What if it's referring to the Old Testament, since it's an ark? I don't want to get biblical, but I just thought it was just an interesting code name that they were using, Old Testament kind of thing. That was just, and it could be completely different. It could mean something overtime. It could mean completely, overdrive, Tyrannus Rex, whatever. But it was just something that my mind was going down that rabbit hole. Then thinking, hey, it's the Ark. Maybe it's referring to the Old Testament of some sort. It was just something I thought was kind of cute.
Questionable writing, Linda. What do I know? I had no response, nothing whatsoever.
And by the way, John Paul Nickel wrote this episode as well, and I've already a fan of his work because he's the one that wrote the episode that introduced us to Kelly. So I'm starting to see kind of the way they did. Now he goes on record and saying that this is all like the typical humble person that he is. He'll go on record and say that this is a whole team effort, and thank you, Elizabeth, whole team effort and everything else. But in the end, it was said on the show, written by John Paul Nickel. So I'm starting to get used to his strategic writing that he did, and I just I tend to want to find out or seek out some more little intricacies that normally don't come out because I think he's just that kind of a writer.
Fair enough. If we continue to follow through on some of the stuff that happened in the episode, I
Hmm.
enjoyed the conversation between Bryce and Eva in the galley.
Yes.
Uh, I commented, lovers having lunch together. And I forget what he says. And she says, you just want to get
Hmm.
me to your bunk. He says,
Yes,
can't
that
both
was
be true?
yes.
Yes, can't both be true. And Sare stormed out, and then they say that was the last time, and then they continue their conversation. So we didn't even know each other, and she says we were friends, hey, colleagues. She says we weren't friends. We never met. We never knew each other, and I appreciate how they worked through their dynamic, basically saying we want to be friends. And now, in hindsight, it's a bummer that they were just becoming friends or friendly, and then this happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know of the comments in the chat room about that, but that was a bummer.
Yes, Mark.
Yes.
It was a bummer, and again, I was actually surprised that she went that direction.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised. And speaking of Bryce,
He's having one.
but speaking of Bryce, I completely forgot this part. So when they made the decision that they wanted to go to Ross 128B, and he was like, except kind of relieved because he knew that we were going away from danger, but he would not live because of the Clamptons
Yeah.
and Clamkins. I'm sorry. And then when it was made, decision was made that hey, nope, we're gonna actually go to Prox B. I love that scene where you just showed that anger. And at first, I didn't understand the anger. I didn't understand why he was so angry, other than he thought, okay, it was trust or so forth. But when he finally realized that he was concerned that the whole ship was going to potentially die, even as well as himself. But that's not what he wanted. He wanted the ship to be safe, even though he was going to die. I just need to bring that up. That was a complete pop point I completely missed on that whole episode about Bryce and how he would feel about going to Ross 128B versus Proxby. So I just wanted to thank the writer for bringing that up to my head and just slapping me and saying, hey, don't forget Bryce is trying to sacrifice his life to save the ship. So that was just some great writing because I didn't even think it. I didn't even consider that when they were making those decisions.
The one thing that I did, and returning to that scene that I mentioned just very quickly, I forgot
Sure.
about it.
Sure.
I love it when Eva says, "You're not really as funny as you
Yeah,
think you
not
are."
as really as funny as you think you are. Yes.
I did like that subtle play right there.
It's a shame that beautiful little moment got messed up.
Wow. That happens a little bit later in the story. We can get to that. Right after that, they went to the bridge, which is where they invited Trust to wherever because Garnett says she won't risk lives. And he says, "You're on my ship. It's not your arc." He says, "Why did you bring me up here then?" "I wanted to see if you could play ball, and it's apparent that you cannot." So Alicia, like the secret weapon, when I was remembering the Voyager episode, Scorpion! He activates Scorpion.
Yep.
Or however. And she says something to the effect of, I went by the basic thing. I guess you're into octal codes. So
Yep.
I just went by that and I was able to break your code.
Yep.
And then he gets mad because they returned to one of the rooms. I guess, was he with Lane? Yes, but they were in that OT room, right?
Yeah, that OT room
He's pissed. He says, she used a child to humiliate me. And Lane immediately says, look, it wasn't her intent to humiliate you. She's out to protect the ship.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Trust was not invited. They invaded the bridge. That happened just a little bit later, yes. But the point that I was commenting on was very early in the program where Garnett, Sharon, invited Trust up to, like, hey, open the system, deactivate your code. And he said, no, I'm not going to do it. And, it's called the Ready Room. Okay, well, that's another program, but that's okay. And I just want to clarify that. And then obviously he doesn't want to play long, so she does the move. Now, when they're having the conversation, that's where Helena tells him, look, you tried to do it the nice way. Now we'll do it the hard way, which is, I believe, the name of the episode, The Hard Way.
The Painful Way.
Or The Painful Way. So,
yes.
I didn't know what she was going to do. I was naive to it. And like I said, when you had several people join her, I don't know the name of Felix's number one or his number two security officer. I don't know. Does she have a name? I'm sure she does.
I want to say it's Griff, but I can't get the name when they say it, but I want to say it's something like Griff or Griff.
I'm sure somebody in the chat room can remember.
Yes.
Well, of course.
That's usually the way it is.
Yes. Griff. Yeah. Thank you. Mrs. Trust would know. Yes. Thank you. From the source.
Heck yeah. Look, I'm stunned, genuinely stunned. We know from time to time that a future guest will see our episodes and videos, and it is a bit intimidating, believe it or not, even for us to know. But Ms. De La Cruz, already, I cannot wait for the conversation that we're going to have.
Yes.
It is very kind of you. Usually the guests will not tell us. I've been ambushed when I was doing digital radio where they would say, oh, yeah, dude. They didn't say dude, but they said, yeah, I was listening to your episode when you said this. I'm like, oh! So being right here, it's a tad intimidating, but it's good. I am eternally grateful and thankful. You're discovering how annoying we are.
Speak for yourself, Roger.
Yeah. Oh, I always speak for myself, so that's good. Marcia says, I have questions to ask Mercedes de la Cruz about Helena. Looking forward to her chat. Yes.
So are we.
What is really cool, Ms. de la Cruz, is you're noticing how the program works, and that we do have, thank goodness, quite a few people commenting, and it's the way the program works, where we're able to have this conversation. And it is more of a conversation, Ms. de la Cruz. It is an interview, for lack of a... I'm explaining myself. I'm applying for a job. I feel like it. Sorry.
Here's our resume.
And remember,
I know.
remember what Helena does to people that she doesn't like. So.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just like, I'm playing it cool.
I don't want to go down that road.
But
it is cool. We have an excellent episode. Talk about timing. All kidding aside, think about you got the job. That's very kind of you. I am so looking forward to being able to have a conversation out there.
Oh,
and of course,
I'm excited.
Ms. de la Cruz, have no illusion that we are thrilled that we're going to have the opportunity to be able to speak with you tomorrow. But I think it's going to be cool that we're going to be able to talk about a lot of stuff you've done before and stuff that you're doing now. Obviously, the ARC and whatever. But yeah, you're now getting a taste of what it's going to be. It's going to be more of a conversation. But right now, folks, I just want to give a quick notice. You are watching Trekking Across the Universe. This is our weekend review. That's Jag down there. That's Michael over there. And this is Royer. So you can take it for what it is. And I just want to know that if Helena had an ARC number, what her ARC number would be. Would it be 86?
That's a good one.
She 86s a lot of people. Mm-hmm. I wonder.
That's a good one.
I'm just wondering, Miss de la Cruz.
Get a little pre-interview and question there.
Yeah, well, she's playing along with us right now, which is really cool. Now, actually, this could have been in the Helena tone.
You got the job. Congrats.
In the episode, she says, I love you.
Yes.
It might have been in that tone.
She loved it. She loved it.
Oh,
yes.
That is cool. That's funny. Who knows?
Yes.
We'll see what it is.
Yes.
As you know, folks, I'm not giving much away, but as you know, I'm in Southern California, and my exit on the San Bernardino Freeway coming from, entering downtown Los Angeles to the west. I'm actually facing west. I know I'm getting spatially oriented here. The exit to my place is exit 47. Okay, the very same exit, for those of you who are in Southern California would know, it is the one that goes up. Oh, my story right there.
We just got schooled. We just got schooled.
Yeah, that's funny. So the exit on the freeway here is exit number 47. It leads to the Claremont colleges. And a little bit of trivia for those of you that know and don't know. The reason why we see 47 a lot, it's ubiquitous now. But for the longest time, 47 was snuck in by writers and people that attended the Claremont colleges, because it's on exit 47. So their media studio is Studio 47. One of their conference rooms is Conference Room 47, and etc. They name everything 47 off the freeway exit. So they would
is awesome. I did not know that.
They would continually drop in little notes in works that they would do.
Yep.
As a call sign or a catchphrase, I suppose. And number 47 is showing up a lot. It went wild in Star Trek because you had a lot of liberal arts majors that were from Claremont College. But that's where 47 hit the world in the late 80s, early 90s. Just a tiny bit of trivia from an old guy. If you want to know how old, where's this from? Show enough.
I don't know.
I know you don't know, Jay. That's way, way before you. So some of the older kids in the crowd will probably get that one. So right there, I'm not showing off my intelligence. I'm showing off my age.
Or the mileage.
Yeah. Oh, that's very good. But
Yeah.
I like that. I think she likes 86, but I think number one would be hers.
No, but her.
And look,
Yes.
she is on number one.
Yeah, she's on number one.
Yay, number one.
She's
Yay,
on number one. Yep. Yep.
So we will bring that up in the program a little bit later. So, folks, obviously, Helena Trust is in the chat room. So,
Or the actress that played.
well, who knows? We could say that. Well, based on what she said earlier, you got the job. Congrats.
Yes. I don't know how to. I don't know how I'm going to react to that.
Oh, I know exactly how it was. So that was really cool. But all kidding aside, ladies and gentlemen, this is a wonderful program that we're having. We're getting a taste of what's going to happen tomorrow, or she's getting the taste of what's going to happen tomorrow. She's being warned, unfortunately.
Yes.
But like I said, I really enjoyed that scene, and then we moved on to the bridge of where Trust was embarrassed, and then we went into, I guess, the ready room, and then we get back to where I believe it's Bryce was telling Sharon, this is the right move. We're now heading to Ross 128B. And then the continuation goes, this will add years to our journey. I think that's what Jag was talking about a little moment ago. And I think he says, trust your instincts. All right. And then, of course, they activate the drive, the FTL. And even Bryce exit command, and Bryce will not sacrifice the crew for his selfish reasons. That's the way I wrote it down in my notes, but there was a little bit more. I think he said, I'm not going to sacrifice the crew for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I just want to, like I said, just bring it back up. I completely missed that kind of point. So the writers did a good job of just slapping me around and say, hey, don't forget about Bryce and how that would affect him if we went back to Prox B, and how he would maybe live, but the crew would essentially die.
So word starts to get out where I think they had already mentioned that they had to form a united front. Or no, they hadn't had the confrontation in the hallway yet. At this point in the story, I believe they're in the observation lounge, and that's where Kat is starting to sow the insurrection.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're talking about, well, you know what? We have years added to our journey.
And they mentioned the shield.
Yeah. So, yeah, we could have had a shield. Or did they ask, we could have had a shield? So, yeah. I guess we'll never know because we didn't get a chance to do that. Roger, sorry about the autocorrect with the D added to name. Oh, Elizabeth. That is cool, Elizabeth. Little story here. And Michael knows this.
That's why
I was on another program. Yeah. And that is cool. I have no problem with that. Elizabeth, I'm glad your autocorrect is, I only joined the group and I was the only one that didn't get a hi, welcome to the group. But whatever. Not that I'm holding that in, but I looked and looked through all the posts. And apparently, because I'm an archer.
That's why.
Oh, screw you, Jag. Screw you. That's why. I just made that up. I didn't even know it existed. I didn't know that R2 existed.
Hang on.
Sorry, Michael.
Hang on. Miss Trust, if you're in chat, go ahead and do your business. Do your business.
I know. We're already getting out of hand here.
Yes.
But, Elizabeth, what is funny about the Roger thing is that I was on another program, and my brother came to join the program from time to time. And unfortunately, my brother has difficulty, so he does the speech stuff, and the damn speech thing would spell it Rodger. And I kept making a joke of it. I was like, my own brother doesn't spell my name correctly. So, Elizabeth, it's damn funny. It's absolutely awesome. If I get punked with the name Rodger, because someone said, hey, it's obviously Rodger because it's not Roger.
Could be.
Oh.
I don't want to play. Anyway, Marcia says, hey, I like Archer too. Both are fun. Aw, thank you, Marcia.
Fragile ego.
And yes, I told you. Folks, we need the likes, we need the loves, the follows, please. We don't have the cowbells like Almighty.
Oh yes,
But yeah,
yes. I
Almighty's not
forgot.
here. And I'm not going to do the ding, ding, ding. But folks, we are insecure here. We do need that stuff. So Elizabeth says, how the hell did I miss you? I'm sorry, oh great one. Yeah, whatever. It's all right. Not that I only spent 47 minutes searching the feed. I have a life.
Oh man.
And I was like, Michael got included. Almighty got included. I was
Yes.
like, oh, I guess it's because I'm an archer. Whatever.
Yes, that's right.
You guys can go to-
Probably is. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm throwing a tantrum because I didn't know your last name. I'm the first officer. I'll try to track you down and give you a really great. No! Oh no! Oh, we're beyond
Now
that.
it's too late. Now it's too late.
It's folks. It's a joke. Okay, I know you guys don't care, but it's okay. It's
You know what? I can only imagine right now Mercedes de la Cruz says, oh, great, another insurrection, another coup.
no, another baby, another child that I have to deal with.
Another
Oh,
kid.
God.
Yes.
This is funny, folks. It's all about me. I'm so sorry. We're actually, folks, we are having a lot of fun. We appreciate all the comments in the chat room. Yeah. You've been warned.
You've been warned.
It's all good, guys. We're having a
she's
lot of fun. Guys and girls, obviously, and everyone else. We kid around. We are so thrilled that we get together to do this and talk about a program that's a lot of fun for us. Oh, Elizabeth, I like that. I won't give up command. I agree. I won't give up command either.
A little coup here.
Folks, this is so cool. Think about it. Think about where we are. Miss De La Cruz is over in Vancouver. Michael is in Washington, D.C. I'm over here in Southern California. Jag is in Texas. This is absolutely awesome. Where in the world are you in the chat room? Let us know. Think about this. We never, ever, ever meet. And we get a chance to spend time together. This is so awesome. So I get to mess with you guys. I wasn't going to say anything. It just happened. So I think it's cool. I'm reading the comments because I read them all and I wasn't included. But I'm reading the comments. But I'm not going to hit the like because I wasn't welcome in. So and I'm only trying to do this.
Well, to answer Marsha's question, I believe it was 2 years.
2 years. They mentioned it 2 years.
2
yes. years. And then Roger, we've done it the easy way. Now we're going to do it the painful way.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just had to put that in. That was an awesome quote.
Go ahead, Jag. Go ahead and override it.
The problem is I don't have control of this deal.
I'm about to say, I will override the command codes. Unlike other people, I don't trust
and is
people.
It an octal code or?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Is it an octal code or?
Octal code. Oh,
I have no comment.
There
are way too many Alicias in the chat room. I ain't playing that.
Fortunately, Alicia is not in the chat room today.
Oh, yes.
That would be scary.
That would be, wow, yes.
I thank you for that. We're going to look for any excuse to be a riot when you're on with us. We don't take ourselves seriously. We consider ourselves fortunate. Mr. La Cruz, we're going to have a chance to have a conversation with you. I mean, look, you're spending time with us tonight, and you're going to spend time with us again. We're the ones that are blown away. Mm-hmm. We are so thrilled that this opportunity exists. And that's kind of what I was trying to say, but I fumbled it a little while ago, where I'm talking about everyone in the chat room. This is so cool. We get a chance to talk about this. We get together for a little bit. You guys are taking time out of your lives, and we are too, but it's a mutual thing. The program is fun. I thank Michael for telling me about it. I started watching, and it's tax season. Everyone in America, you're like, oh, God, no, stop, shut up. Yes, it's tax season, so I'm lost. And Michael said, dude, you got to watch this program. I don't have time. No.
Here we go. Woe is me.
So Elizabeth is up in Sacramento. Linda's in Las Vegas. I did believe you mentioned that earlier, which is really cool. I think it's kind of neat, folks. It's really cool that we have this opportunity. So,
And again, I want to thank the group coming by and supporting us again. That's
oh my
awesome.
goodness,
Thank you.
yes,
Thank you,
yes.
guys.
We genuinely are blown away. This is not our program. This is all of us getting together. If it's our program, it's the Alcoholics program. So that's why. Because traditionally on Sunday night, we review a whole bunch of other programs. But Michael, let's see, hold on a minute. Let's see, he reached out from DC and he bitch slapped me the other day, and we stopped doing the other programs. So,
I
well, we love
do
you
a
guys.
3-4 hour program because we still had.
Damn! I wish I had Helena's tone after Elizabeth said, "We love you guys," and I was gonna say,
yes.
Oh, I love you.
I
But I cannot do Helena's tone.
Well, maybe she'll give you some instructions tomorrow night.
There we go. Some voice lessons.
You mean to be inherently evil? We'll be the best of buds. But to say it, I don't know. I am not a professional. She's good at what she does. Marsha says she's in Florida, which is really cool. Folks,
Hi, Florida.
Again, we appreciate being here. So we are coming up on the end of our first hour. We are going to continue with a little bit of the other episode. Folks, in the chat room, tell us what is some of the things that stood out in this episode to you. I know you're commenting on what we're saying, but tell us, what have we gotten wrong so far? We've already surmised some things. We were, you've been with us for a little bit. Some of our ideas have been wrong so far. But what has surprised you at this point? Because we're going to ask Ms. De La Cruz a question, the same that we're not trying to copy, but we want to know how much instruction she was given on her character. We talked about the series Bible when we asked Ryan and we asked Stacy. So we're going to give her that question on what maybe surprised her. Did she come up with a backstory? What was her backstory to the character?
Ooh.
What the hell?
Whoa. We got our own insurrection.
Yeah, and I'm unarmed. I don't have my communicator right now. I left it in the room.
But you've got that other thing right behind you, don't you?
I don't want to get sued by Disney.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Get it wrong. It's the mark of good writing. Hi, Anthony. Thank you for joining us. Anthony, let us know who you are, where you hail from. But like I said, everyone in the chat room, let us know. Oh, here we go. I loved when Felix said, I am known for my histrionics. That was... Oh, I love that. That was really good.
I was known. Oh, what? Yes, I am known for my histrionics.
Yeah,
it was just really just dry.
So deadpan. It was great. When Helena went to talk to Griff, thank you again, Ms. De La Cruz, she knew how to manipulate her. But it was easy because she admires trust. So when you admire trust, does trust come easy?
Very good. I like that.
I'm gonna have to ask Ms. De La Cruz to take on the character for a moment, and I want to ask the character that.
and you're going to play her husband? Is that what you're going to do tomorrow?
No, I just want to ask her the question.
Hi, New York.
I am an evil. Oh, I don't know. Maybe in another universe. I doubt it. Anyway, it's going to get dumb right now. And then we had the hallway confrontation. Well, anyway, it was Robert and Catherine where she says they were such beautiful souls. And she talks about him making, an emotional decision, right?
Yes.
And it was really funny because of the only thing that we know, he's the only one that has not been emotional. I think the only time that Felix, the character, was emotional was when he saw Robert. And he learned and he broke apart.
Yes. And about his daughter as well, because he didn't know about his daughter.
I think the rat dog.
The rat dog's here?
I think. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not too hard to realize It's a garage. I'm in a garage. All right, and if you look
Oh.
carefully, there's the garage door, the silver stuff. That's the insulation where I have my office here. And just behind us is the alley, and then you have the other property. And when you hear the rat dog bark, it's this big. The dog's this big. It's like a poodle. It's a rat dog, and it just needs attention. Oh,
I
is that
wonder.
why I don't like that dog?
I was gonna say, I wonder.
Is the insecurity shown forth?
I'm just looking at the comments.
Yeah, Marcia says, "Do you
That
guys
is
think William Trust
interesting.
has clampkins?"
That is
Ooh.
interesting.
I didn't even think of
That was the
that.
chair.
I didn't think of that either. Wow. Because he was very defensive at the beginning when they were doing the vote about how he tried to do this and he didn't want to harm
He was
anybody and everything
angry
else.
about that because he says,
Yes.
I was not trying to harm anyone.
Yes. That is very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's just kind of, wow.
That's
a little bit after that he describes his space distortion bubble. It's a shield. And he says the decarbonization was trying to save Earth. That was his defense. He was trying to save Earth. Everything that he did. Huh. Okay. Then it says, I love the line that she delivered as she was trying to leave as everyone was being beaten up to Felix when he was holding a baton in her face. Felix, I'm so disappointed in you.
Felix, I'm so disappointed in you.
And that is the ultimate epitome of blindness. This guy took a bullet for you, woman.
Yes.
I'm so disappointed in you. Wow.
Oh, and I don't think, did we miss the part where she sat in the chair? She sat in the captain's chair.
Oh, yeah.
That was when the coup took place. Just right after the coup took place.
Wow.
And no one had sat in that chair.
No. And then she's like, and it's just a chair.
It's just a chair. And
it's
I'm
just
sitting
a chair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did like that up when they're the bridge, the coup, initiating FTL after the recharge. And Helena sits in the chair. That was part of my notes. Yes.
Then she just sat like she
owned the place.
She owned
says,
the place.
Men and their egos.
Men and their pride.
Pride, yes. Sorry, ego.
Men and their, no. I wrote down. I wrote down the quotes. So yeah, men and their pride. And she just sits down, and Alicia says, "Captain Lester hasn't. No one other than Captain Lester has ever sat there." And she says, "Well, I guess no one will mind if I take it."
Captain Lester is gone.
Yeah. Yep. Shortly thereafter, they move over to the brig, and that's where he says, "Look, the headache wears off in just a bit." And then that's where Bryce has a breakdown, and he admits that he has Clemson's. They didn't know that. And this was look, the episode's well done, but the subtlety of the minute he has a breakdown, he admits I'm Clampton's. That's the death sentence. You notice she doesn't say a word. She just goes straight to him. That was it.
Yes.
It's beyond everything else. She knows it's a death sentence.
Yep.
And she goes over to hold him. Doesn't say a word. Doesn't say I'm sorry. Doesn't say, it just right there. That was well done. Yes. Good writing, good direction, great performance on the characters. It's those subtle things that stand out with us.
Yes.
And that was really good stuff.
Yep. And that's when I tweeted that the show had already been on a good level. It went up to the next level on that scene.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. Yeah, I was too busy doing tasks. But anyway. But I do watch the program live. I do have to tell you folks, I do not watch live programs because of commercials. But I am sitting here in the office. I sit back. Sorry for the visual. I sit back here and I watch the episode here in my office.
Oh, really I didn't know that.
I'm watching it live. There is another TV back there, which is dark right now, that TV.
Okay.
That is where we line up the kids as, meeting with the parents and stuff. The kids will line up and they can watch like something over there. and that's what the TV is for. That's the babysitter back there.
Ah.
So this would be the Helena Trust model, and that would be the kids model over there. Oh, yes. So right after that, they switch on. Let's see. I'm sorry. I may have jumped ahead of my notes. And then it was interesting, the interchange between Helena and Kat, which is right after Bryce admits he has Clemkins. And they're talking about fruit. And even Helena was impressed.
Mhm.
So she used Angus. Kat did.
Yes.
Excuse me, to get the food there. And she was
Yes.
impressed by that.
Yes, she was.
And then what's his face? Trust runs in.
Yes, but
And,
before we go there, I want to
go
bring
ahead.
up a quote. I want to bring up a real quick quote
Please.
where Helena says, "I was worried about you, Kat, being assigned to Garnett." And Kat said, "Sharon would never hurt me. It's not in her nature." I just thought it was interesting how she knew that Kat would be assigned to Garnett ahead of time. I just thought it was interesting that was brought up because she was worried about that.
But this was after the coup.
Yes.
They assigned who was going to take out who. Eva would take out Bryce. Kat
Oh,
would take out.
I took it as assigning Garnett like the person to the arc, and Kat going to that arc is the way I took it. I may be wrong. I may have gotten way.
No,
way
I
back.
thought it was probably what you're thinking, Roger. That it was just they were talking about.
Oh no, not you! I'm yipping at the perritos over there.
Because you're looking east, so that's why I was wondering.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I may have taken. I took it as the beginning, but you guys may be right.
I took it as assigned that you're gonna have to drug her, and what's she gonna do to you? That's how I took it that way. I did not take it about being on the same arc or anything like that.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
which way, Elizabeth? There's two ways right here, and if we bring the Latin translation, there's three ways.
Tres. Okay. It could be taken both ways. I can see it.
That's how Michael and I
took it. I took it from beginning, but what do I know?
You watch this a lot more than we do.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure if
I missed stuff. So anyway, but that was an interesting. Still,
so Elizabeth was with you on that one.
We're doing the coup again. We're doing the coup again.
I think it's more of a diversion.
A diversion. But anyway, I just thought it was an interesting quote coming from, even regardless of what it was meant, it was just an interesting quote brought to from Helena that showed concern to Kat. So.
Oh, Elizabeth, Jesus. I didn't mean it that, but all right. Okay, first of all, to be thought of, number one, I'll take it. To be uttered in a post, I guess I'll take it even more. But I was not going down that road. I apologize, folks. It wasn't meant to be. I know I do speak in the Latin language where everything is coded and where you can twist almost everything into something it's not. Like Jag knows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know that language.
That's funny. You may have made mine not. No. First of all,
be careful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Helena, Miss De La Cruz made our night by showing up. The second thing was all of you showing up and everyone else here. And folks, it was funny. I was a bit tardy. I was tired. I was sitting in my office and I didn't realize, but I was so tired that I had my phone here. And then all of a sudden it buzzes. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh shit, Michael's calling. Ed missed call. Michael's calling me like, and I look at the clock. I'm like, ooh. I dozed off for a bit. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to screw with Michael and Jag. I'm not going to answer it.
And you did. You know what?
And so we were discussing that, we'd have so much fun without
We had so much stuff. I said, we'll do it without him.
Mm-hmm. All All right, well, fine.
No
Then you guys
problems.
just go ahead and just blow. Oops, I was supposed to be gone by then.
Yeah.
Damn
we
it,
can
the
handle-
X didn't work quick enough. It's all
We
right.
could have done
Anyway, folks, we're in our second hour here on
Holy
the
cow.
Trekking Across the Universe live program, the weekend review of the Ark. We're absolutely thrilled and humbled to be here. I'm Roger. That's Michael. That's Jag. And everyone in the chat room, we have Elizabeth. We have Marcia, Linda. We also have Anthony. Let's see, who else do we have? Mercedes de la Cruz. Who else do we have in the chat room? We also have, did I mention Linda? If I
Yes.
did already, I apologize. I'm not trying to be repetitious here, but we do have quite a few other people watching
Anthony.
the program.
Yes,
Anthony,
we got
yes,
Anthony.
thank you.
Yes, from New York.
And
How you doing?
And it's really good stuff, folks. I'm still a little flush right now. It's not every day I get a post like that. Oh my goodness. It's just Clamato. I enjoy the drink without the liquor, without whatever. Or I wish I had the shrimp cocktail right. Oh man, I'm dying for a shrimp cocktail. But no.
Well,
I'm
good
a
to see you,
bot.
Anthony.
Hey, they say you are what you eat, right? I'm a bottom feeder. So the shrimp cocktail.
So are we.
Yes,
So
we
are
are.
we.
We are looking forward to it. For everyone in the audience, could you tell that all of us got nervous when she made her presence felt?
I was just like,
oh, and like Helena, she made her presence felt, man.
yes. And we were like, we better behave. Yes.
That was funny. I know my heart was beating.
So was mine.
Is who do you think I've been emailing?
Oh.
Okay, hold on a minute, folks.
Yes.
We are not worthy, Elizabeth. We are not worthy. Folks, it just gave me something to whine about. But, hey, look. I'm not exaggerating when I was scrolling through the whole thing. I'm like, damn it, everyone got mentioned. Well, I guess I obviously pissed them off.
Oh, Linda does not know what's going on tomorrow night. Oh, my goodness. We have got to tell her.
Yes.
Michael.
We have a guest who's actually in the chat room tonight that we're going to have live on our show tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You're right there. 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Pacific Time. And it is Miss Mercedes de la Cruz, or as she is known in the ARC, as Helena Trust. And we are going to have a great time.
Yes.
Why do you think we're all
nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
One of the funnier times that we had something. Yeah. One of the funnier times that we had something was where we were doing, obviously you can see the house flag back there. We were doing the House of the Dragon review right after the episodes on Sunday night. And we were stunned. The joke is Michael decided to join me because one of my co-hosts, who was a big fan, said, "Hey, Raj, let's do a review." Well, I'm a sucker for let's. So, Elizabeth, now you know what not to use in a sentence. Let's. And we decided to do it. And I got the stuff in the back. I have a few of the other stuff. From when we do the Lord of the Rings reviews and all that, whatever. But the host that wanted to do that program dropped out after the first episode. We're like, oh, crap. But we saw it through. Yes.
Whoops.
Yeah. You mean in person? Well, what the hell do you mean by that? We're in person.
They don't care about us. They don't care about us.
Do you mean in person this time, like improper? That's a legal term. But in person.
En persona.
Yes, she will be live with us, and you'll be able to see her, we hope.
Ah.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what face-to-face means. After what Elizabeth said a moment ago.
Yes, we're going to be
careful.
Yeah, we're real careful on that one.
Hey, what's this wee stuff, Jay?
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Hey, I'm in Sector OT. I don't know if you can see back there, so I'm just letting you know.
I kind of mentioned that a moment ago, Anthony, and I really try to comment about that in every episode. We're just blown away stunned that they would kindly spend time with us.
Mhm.
And then our tomorrow's guest is joining us right now, is having a little bit of fun with us right now. And it's really cool.
Yes.
We do get worried because oftentimes there's a phrase in the industry. I don't know if it's apropos anymore, but you leave it on the cutting room floor
Mhm.
because a lot of stuff is cut. But it's also a phrase that it got cut because you weren't on air yet. And there are times that we've left so much in the prep that when the episode hits, we're like, well, shit, we already had a long conversation. So
Yep.
it's kind of funny. I see you, so I'll see her. Yes, in
Yes.
person.
Yes.
Elizabeth says,
Live.
I'm actually very sweet and innocent. Can't tell you.
Can't you tell?
It's just Clamato.
I think it's common water. So I'm just thinking it's common water.
I am never going to drink a clear drink knowing what those punks did on the ship in episode 9. So, we'll see.
Man.
It'll be really cool to see if our guest does change their name when they log in and if they choose an ARC number. I want to see which ARC number they're going to choose. That would be cool.
Nice. That would
Yeah.
be cool. She already alluded to one, so we'll see.
Yeah. Which was cool. I
Yes.
just threw it out there, folks. It hit the one of 86.
86.
Because of what she wanted to do to Alicia.
So I was going to go evil and go 666, but that was evil.
Oh, OT, the ARC. Oh, actually,
No,
666 would
no.
be NT.
Yes.
Yeah, for those that have an understanding of such things. So, let's see. So she'll be on the show twice.
Technically.
Actually, yet, dude,
Technically.
Michael, just send her the link if she wants to do a pre-visit or a previs. Oh,
Yeah.
I was stunned.
I don't know if she's available, but that would be cool.
You don't know if she's available?
No, I mean, to be like me. Remember the first time you asked me and I wasn't ready? I had to go do my hair. I had to do my nails. I had to do everything.
Oh, for the love of God.
I couldn't just show up on your whim.
Well, you never know.
Now
You never know.
you're understanding me, Jag. On my
Even the
whim.
dogs are excited. Even the dogs are excited. So.
Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. They're loud.
They are loud today. Oh, man.
This is a damn good mic, obviously.
It is. It is. It is.
I better be careful what I do with the mic then. But anyway, all kidding aside, it's actually too much to ask, but damn, she's been on with us for a long time.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
cool. Now, when we were doing the House of the Dragon, we had a future guest that was going to join us kind of like during the run. And Michael was in contact with that guest. He's a very well-known voiceover actor on the East Coast. And he agreed to be on the program. And somehow Michael and him were having a conversation. And they mentioned that we were doing House of the Dragon review on Sunday night. And he says, oh, no way, I love that program. And Michael threw the grapefruit. And the guy hit it out of the park, and he joined us. So what was really funny was he was now on our program as a guest commentator. And he debuted on the program before his actual interview, which was really kind of cool.
Oh, cool.
And it was actually 2 episodes before, wasn't it, Michael?
I think it was 3.
It was 3.
It was
Really?
3 before he was going to be
Wow.
on.
We were blown away,
Yeah.
straight out. And it was a lot of fun. And we expect him to be able to join us again when we do House of the Dragon. And folks, that's future stuff. It's future. So let me see. So this Sunday, and Mercedes is live in the chat room, so she's coming back again tomorrow night again on Monday.
Mhm.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Monday.
Tomorrow's Monday.
What tomorrow for you, Linda?
Monday. Lunes.
It might be Monday. Is it? No, actually, it's not. That's a little bit further back. But, sticking with the OT and the ARC theme and all that stuff. So it's all good. Yes, Linda, we're not messing with you. She's actually visiting with us, which just blew us away, man. I kept looking at my phone or my watch because my heart rate was going over 120.
When
And
she came on?
Oh my God, Linda, tomorrow! I think she thinks we're screwing around.
I don't think she believes it. I really don't.
Yeah.
But if you want to know that we're telling the truth, if you see the webpage that's listed at the bottom there, go to that. She's listed on the very front page that she's going to be on.
Shall I go to that website, ndbmedia.net?
Yeah, I think that might be good, to show it. Yes.
All right, so hold on, folks.
We're not pulling her leg or anything else. So.
Oh, thank goodness I'm telling her that and not the other one. There it is, folks. There it is, NDB Media. That's it. That's all we do. And there it is right there, April 3rd, Mercedes de la Cruz from the Ark. So, as you know, Dean Devlin was there. Oh, and Mercedes, we don't want to threaten you by saying that we might end up punking you on the episode. But we were trying to get Ryan to come into the program with the Dean Devlin interview. I think he wanted to, but we didn't push him to do it. We wanted him to join us 10 minutes in and say, hey, guy. Oh, shit.
You have been punked, Roger.
Oh, my gosh.
You have been punked.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, everybody. Positions. Oh, my gosh. Okay, everybody. Positions. Oh, my God. Okay, everybody.
Thank you, Mercedes.
Oh, my God. Okay, everybody. We're getting some feedback.
We are getting a little bit of feedback.
Yeah, turn off the episode on your computer, Mercedes.
Okay.
Turn off the episode on your computer.
Whoops, she'll be back.
No, this is cool.
Yes,
think about it.
We're working it out.
We're actually working it out,
Yes.
Folks. That is beyond team players. Think about that.
Yes, I love that.
Wow.
Same thing happened with Jamie with Stacy's interview. How she was a team player.
Is beyond magic, folks.
Yes.
Beyond magic.
Yes.
Just knowing that she tried to join us tonight. Oh my God. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Anthony, I'm going to quote you on that. She needs to mute her end, boys.
Oh, man. That is awesome.
Okay.
I hope she figured it. Hope she figured it out. We're better?
Is it better?
I think so.
Yes, it is.
Hi.
And the voice is there.
Oh my gosh.
Miss
Hi.
Cruz. Wow. It is very kind of you to join us on the night before. We're just absolutely blown away. We want to tell you, first and foremost, we enjoy what you're doing on the program. It's a lot of fun. You are evil as... Okay, well, we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, we got to save some for tomorrow.
All kidding aside, wow. Sunday night, thank you for, as I tell people, thank you for slumming it with us tonight. So, it's all good. Tell us,
How are you enjoying our show?
Well, no. Don't do that while she's live. That's unfair.
Yeah, she may tell us the truth.
Today.
Actually, I do have a few comments. They were just stunned. Susie sent you a link. Just hang on. There she is. And also, hi, Mercedes. We love you. Take this, however.
We don't
mute her end.
So, I don't know what that means.
and hi, of course. Yada, we can hear you. Thank you for joining. And then Susie says, okay, I found it. I don't know what they're talking about, but it's all good.
It's all good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Me?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, really good. I wasn't anticipating this today. I was
me neither.
With Michael, And we thought this would be kind of a funny little thing to punk you. So
Well, especially
you
when he
did.
was discussing what he wanted to do to Dean Devlin.
Yes.
So when you I don't know if you heard that when you came on, but he was discussing that he wanted Ryan to come in and punk Dean Devlin, and Ryan
Right.
couldn't do it. And so, but we did
Right,
something to Stacy, so it was good.
It was really funny. We wanted to just have like Ryan just show up like you did and say, "Hey guys, I'm here for my." What's he doing here? Something like that. But obviously, we couldn't put him up to that. He's the boss, the creator, and stuff.
feel his thunder.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is absolutely cool.
Wow. I did not expect
blown
this.
away.
Yes.
And there is quite a bit of hero worship going on right now. But look, we want to tell you, ever since you've shown up on the program, the dynamic that you've given it, wow,
changed everything.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yes. Everyone in the chat room is they love the fact that you are maliciously evil. I may have stuttered right there by saying that, so forgive me. You are good at what you do.
Damn
How
good.
much prep time were you given when you were giving these spots? I guess let me clarify that. Did you know this character was going to be evil from the get-go? Or maybe not evil. Maybe you can't reveal that. How much were you told about the character?
Well, I know she comes across quite villainous, obviously.
Okay. There it is. There it is. All right.
I know she comes across that way, but I don't think that she thinks that way. Hi, Susie. I think, honestly, like, she believes what she's doing is going to help the best interest of the planet. So she just goes about it in unethical or questionable ways, let's say.
That's a good questionable's good.
Yeah, she doesn't think that she doesn't think that she's a villain. I don't think she thinks she's doing anything wrong. She thinks that she's doing the job that needs to get done for people to survive.
So she thinks throwing people out of an airlock is just perfectly fine.
Oh,
you see that?
That's what I thought. Did you see that reaction?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we just found out she won't be on tomorrow.
That was well done.
That was good.
We don't want to get you in trouble, though.
No.
We don't want to phrase any questions. That's why even I corrected my question. I said, "Oh, well, wait a minute."
You can always say NDA, and then we will just
shut.
Yeah, you can definitely shut us up.
I get myself in trouble. Don't you worry. But back to your question, it wasn't written in the breakdown of the character that she's a villain or evil.
Really?
Ooh.
That's not what was written.
That is interesting.
It was just that she kind of has the pants in the relationship, let's say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Right? And,
yes.
She's kind of the brains of the operation, where her husband is the crazy scientist, and, he's very smart in lots of ways. But he's too emotional about his science.
And you give him direction about what he needs to do to accomplish what you want.
Oh, and I am so tempted to ask all these questions, but I need to wait.
You need to wait until tomorrow.
I need to wait.
Yeah,
I need to wait till tomorrow.
I put the link on that I was going to put up tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Mercedes gave me today.
Yes.
The first Instagram is her acting page. And the second one is her artist page.
So you're an artist?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I do abstract art.
That is cool. I am going to update my notes.
Really? And that's my fault for not paying attention. That is cool. Would we be able to, from your website, would we be able to like switch our view, kind of like what I did earlier to show the webpage? Would we be able to show some of your artwork?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I think we would love to talk about that. Mercedes, I guess this is kind of green room stuff prior to the episode. We want to talk about what you want to talk about. So I think that if there are any of the programs that you want to as well, we're glad stuff that's gone by as well. It's going to be a conversation. I think you've already got a feel for what we're doing here. And I'm really humbled that you spend so much time with us, or you have nothing else to do on a Sunday night. Either way, we're good with it.
Hey, I got lots to do. My phone's ringing off the hook here.
Again, we are humbled. We are humbled.
Hey, she just laid down the law. Yeah,
Wow.
behave.
Our viewership's going to go up now. Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, this
That
is
is
Lucy
cool.
Lou.
Oh,
Lucy Lou.
wow.
She's the mascot.
That is awesome.
The beautiful dog. So now you know, folks, it was
but
not.
I want to listen to your show, so.
Oh no, hey, but your dog is not barking. Obviously, the dogs that are over here want to be a part of the program. And you do notice, folks, that the moment Mercedes entered the program, the dogs went silent.
That's right.
They're listening.
They know.
Or
They're
or they're terrified.
You will sit in that chair and do as you're told. That was good.
You were contemplating throwing out Alicia, out of an airlock. Wow. Was that just for a show? Or did you want to? She has to be taught a lesson. I mean, you're speaking like a parent.
That's what I was gonna. But I gotta save it. I gotta save it.
We need to make an example.
I gotta save it.
Yeah, we do. That's cool. So, in addition to what you've been doing, obviously the arc was done some time ago. Being in the industry, do you have time? Are you able to watch other programs? I imagine it's very difficult because you have a lot of hours on set. Are you able to catch some other stuff that's on?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Actually, I spent the last 5 months in Thailand. And so I was watching quite a bit of TV, like late night with my partner. So I did to see quite a few cool shows. Yeah, I like TV. I like TV and movie watching just for my own research, even.
Okay.
Actually, my partner doesn't really love watching movies with me because I'm always like, oh, this or that, or oh God, I know how they did that, or like whenever there's something a gore or I guess like if there's he gets really freaked out if he sees blood and stuff like that, and so I'm like, okay, well, that's not real, right? And I explain.
That's me though.
Well, that's me too. Yeah. So.
No, but like when Garnett was doing the stitching on this episode, when she's doing, I couldn't see that. I could not watch that. I was just like,
I blocked it out.
Oh,
yeah,
but
did a really good job of that.
Yeah.
It looked so real.
Yeah, it looked real. I know it's not real,
it did.
but yes. So, oh man, I'm excited. I am so excited.
Mercedes, are you able, again, being in the industry, are you able to? Well, I know you just commented right now to your partner about that stuff. It's not real or whatever, but are you able to enjoy series where you can forget that stuff for a while and just watch it for what it is?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. I like losing myself in shows. That's, there's some really good TV out there right now. And I definitely I can start watching and then one episode after another. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like 2 a.m. we got to go to bed,
Yes.
I definitely get deep into things.
Wow.
For sure.
That is cool. I don't want to monopolize. It's so kind of you to join us. But as far as going to Thailand, was it okay? It's a 2 or 3 part question about Thailand. Was it your first time out there going to Thailand?
No, I love Asia, and we had spent my partner and I. His name's Mario. Mario and I had spent a couple of winters in Thailand in the past, and then it was closed. So we couldn't go for a couple of years because of COVID, and then when it opened, it was such a great opportunity for us to go back. And I don't know, I was kind of interested in taking a little bit of a break, not necessarily from acting, but just a break in general, like living in the West, and even, well, I was living in Belgrade, Serbia, which is where this was shot for 2 years, actually. And even there, it's still go, 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 you know, and I don't know, maybe not everybody is like that, but I put so much on my plate, and it's all about like to-do lists and getting everything done on the list and being, you know, super productive. And, you know, it's great to get things done, but also there needs to be some balance. And so I kind of wanted to unplug from life, I guess, for a little while. And I was focusing more on my painting while I was there. I was still training. I still did leave Thailand. I went to Barcelona for a shoot. I had booked something there. I still had acting class. Like, you know, when I say slow down, like I'm still doing all this stuff. But just Thai time, you know, is precious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get that. Yes, we do have a comment from Marcia. She says, coincidentally, during the holidays, I watched the romance movie you were in, A Christmas Star. Then I saw you were going to be on the Ark. Very different roles. I, unfortunately, have not seen it. Could you enlighten the rest of the audience?
Well, you know, for quite a while, I played a lot of the best friend. Lots of best friend roles in Hallmark movies or romantic comedies or whatever, which I really like. And that's very close to how I am in real life. Like I don't know, I'm just like I'm an optimist, and I'm a nice girl, you know. Like I love people, and I love to laugh, and I love to smile, and like if you were to ask any of my friends, like I'm happy. So and I'm a good friend. So playing the best friend, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I just am. It's just
Toot it.
That's how
Toot it. Toot it.
Actually, I'm gonna turn this
good.
off. There we go. Sorry, it started getting dark.
Okay.
Yeah, so playing the best friend is really easy for me, which isn't a challenge, right? So more recently, in the last couple of years, I've played more juicier characters that have a little bit of a mean streak or are passionate, you could say. I played a couple of roles recently. One of them was this producer from Netflix from Los Angeles, and it's in a TV series that's on in Serbia called Mom and Dad Are Playing War. It's actually not called that. That's in English, but in Serbian that's translated to English. And my character is like pretty bitchy, and that was really fun. What else? I just played a couple of things that were like that, and I really enjoyed it, and it gives me like something to sink my teeth into. So yeah, just very different roles for sure.
Yeah, it is absolutely awesome. Mercedes, is there anything that you want to say, maybe leave with us to the audience about, hey, boneheads, go and pay attention to this? Have we missed something in the first? But actually, I take it back. Look, again, I know you're in the industry, but you know where we are in the episodes, right? We just watched episode 9 on Wednesday, so we have episode 10. Is it playing in Canada right now?
Yeah.
Oh, it
Okay.
is? Okay.
So, do you watch it live?
Actually, this Wednesday coming up, me and Christina, who plays the lead of Sharon, and Samantha, who plays Kelly, we're all going to watch episode 10 together live.
Oh,
Wow, that's
That
cool.
is cool. I just thought of here. Will you be tweeting?
I never thought about it, but maybe. I was telling Michael earlier, like social media is not really my jam. Like I would like
That's
it to
all
be, but you know,
Yes.
I'm hoping maybe one of the younger girls will know better. And
Oh, stop it, Mercedes! One of the younger girls. Stop it.
Well, I'm in my 40s, and the other girls are a little younger. So
Okay, Mercedes, I want to share something with you with this really. I'm glad you said that, and I apologize, but Michael and I, we were frightened and stunned. Michael and I are well into our 50s, and we'll leave it at that. When Ryan was
Thank
on,
you, Roger.
and shut up, you're in your 60s, so go to hell. Anyway,
I think we're going to
thought-
throw Roger out the airlock.
Anyway, we thought it was, it was like, oh my God, how's this going to look when we have 3-4 older guys with Ryan Adams, because he's a young kid. And we even made a joke of it online. Okay. So now when Stacy Reed, it was even worse.
Yes.
Okay. Because you had 4 old dudes.
Creepy guys. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had Steve, and we're like, oh my God, this is going to look bad if we don't do it right.
Yes.
And we were so nervous, and it turned out very well. Stacy was on with us for over 2 hours.
2 hours.
I saw that.
And you're not saying you have to do
did.
that.
It was amazing. I'm not saying that you have to run the gauntlet, but we were so nervous because we thought it was going to look bad. So they're young kids. Everyone is younger to us.
Yes.
So don't say.
I get it.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
I get
And it's,
when the show started and it was already in the works, I already knew a lot of people on the show, and I had been on, this is all stuff maybe I should tell you tomorrow, but
Yes.
it was just I knew it was going to be like 20-somethings, and everybody was like that age on the show. So it was going to definitely change the dynamic quite a bit with William and I,
Coming along.
Yeah, just kind of giving it a little bit more depth in that way where you have more knowledge and you've been in it longer and all of that.
Experience.
Know
The
how to use an
experience.
airlock, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, bingo. So I
Well,
think that's part of it that has helped develop the show a little bit more too is when you're able to see more of that.
well, we know from a phrase that I'm paraphrasing, youthful exuberance is no match to experience and treachery. So those of us that have been around, we are treacherous and we know we're conniving. So the character that you play has given this show or this program an incredible twist, and it's absolutely fun. Knowing what you just shared with us obviously affects everyone in the chat room and our thinking of you. I suppose you heard. I said, no, I think she's a team player. She's committed to him. You corrected me. You said, no. She thinks she's doing the right thing for everyone. I'm like, okay. I think we were all wrong on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have to be paying attention to that. And I appreciate that was a great tease or what they would call a clue or whatever. I appreciate that because we all got it wrong. And we're going to have to be paying attention. So the singular focus is to do the right. Oh.
What I would say is you are right about that. Like she's madly in love with her husband.
She is. Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. We can see that.
I did see that.
Because she's willing to forego his indiscretions, and she still gives them. She knows about it.
Well, I don't know if she's.
She knows that he does that, but she knows that.
That in episode, I think it's episode 8. She's talking about like, and don't think you didn't know. I didn't know.
Yes.
Helena knows everything. At least what's going on. So I want to get into it now, but I can't because I'll spoil it tomorrow.
Yeah, let's save it. But I do want to thank you for that because you've already given us a tease, for lack of a better word, and not in a bad way. It's a great thing that you've helped. You have oh my God, the people that are watching this program are a huge, boisterous crowd, and they're getting the word out. And by you being on with us right now, it's already going out. We're telling everyone that you're on with us, and this increases what people are doing. We know you're giving your time of us, and we are just blown away by that, Mercedes. And if we can make it fun, I hope to God we do tomorrow. I'm so looking forward to it.
Yes.
And it's there's a little private chat. I know the audience should know this, but I always tell the guests before we go live, only everyone who's live can see it. I just wrote the word test. I think you saw it. I always tell the guest, this is when you tell us to shut up. This is when you tell us I've had it with you. Or this is when I'm like, I'm not talking about that. We've always told everyone, I said, if we go too far or whatever, just tell us.
Yeah.
So I want to see how many times Mercedes will be using that one.
NDA.
No, I'm
I'm
sorry.
trying to catch you.
I said I won't have to type anything. You'll just know with my face.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, Helen is here.
I have to tell you, it was great when you came on with that tone. You
Yes.
have the Mercedes,
Oh,
who you
yes.
are, and then you entered with the Helena tone. Thank you. That was
Oh,
cool. I
that was
appreciate
cool.
that was neat. And that wasn't for us. That was for everyone in the audience. So I want to know if anyone in the audience wants to say anything directly to her right now. She's reading the comments, folks.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a Sunday night. We need to be conscious of her time. And anyone in the chat room, Anthony says, when I first saw Mistress, I thought of Mr. Wilford at Snowpiercer in space. Okay, that is funny. Marcia said, more skill at manipulation, getting what you want. That's good. I like that.
Okay.
And then earlier, there was a comment about they're saving their questions for tomorrow. And then, of course, I think you saw this one earlier. Hi, Mercedes. There it is. And Marcia also said it. And Marcia had it first. There she is. So
yeah, while we're going like, oh my gosh, she's here.
Yeah, they're uttering what we feel. So
Yes.
It's good. I appreciate. You see, I'm stuttering my way through it. So, it's going to be good tomorrow. I look
It's going
forward
to be
it.
great.
Marcia, if you do, oh, sorry. Oh my God, Mercedes.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh my
we
God.
had a problem where we were calling Stacy Alicia through the interview, and we just couldn't. Oh my gosh.
It's because I just saw her name in the chat room.
Yes,
Mercedes,
I know. But
do you have a favorite drink?
Whoa. Alcoholic beverage or not?
Sure, whichever.
See, that's a really tough question. I'm not drinking this year. I took a year off.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's
No.
not a good question then.
No. It's not. No. It's for fun. It's okay. But oh, thank you for your time. Oh, amazing actress. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Hell yeah.
I really love a good dirty martini, like a filthy dirty martini. That's yum with lots of olives, lots of olive juice. Love that. And otherwise, I love coconut water. I drink a lot of that. And I hate to say it, but I do like me a good Diet Coke.
Nope, I like it too.
Yeah. It's a guilty pleasure though. Like every time I drink it, I'm like, I know this isn't good for me, but I'll have a Diet Coke.
Huh. Sue says, how do you feel knowing that most of the fans do not like Helena and that she's a major puppet master? That is a sign of excellent acting. I don't know if you heard Helena.
Yes. I love that. I was actually really excited. So Ozark?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So Laura Linney plays the mom and she's like crazy. And I remember watching, and just before I got this role, we were watching Ozarks, and I was like, man, like every time she comes on, I'm like, I hate that, And I would say that, and I thought, how funny is this? Laura Linney is like a nice girl, She's Laura Linney. But I was thinking, like, I bet you, if I were to see her in person after just seeing that show, I would be like, that bitch. So I was kind of excited to play a villainous character. And if people were to see me out, they would be like, oh, I hate her. Like, that cracks me up. It tickles me pink.
And international. Everybody, everywhere, just,
Has anyone recognized you yet for the role that you're in right now?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet.
Anonymity is nice, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's such a the show is so new, and I think if it's airing here, I don't know if it's on like where it would be on TV. Like you can get it from the Sci-Fi Network.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's on a specific.
I think it's
channel.
Sci-Fi TV in Canada. I think it's Sci-Fi TV there. And now I'm glad you brought that up because I'm excited. Spain's about to get it in April. They're going to start seeing it. And I think I heard someone in an earlier chat, April 16th or around there, the UK will start seeing it as well.
Oh, great. Yeah, I think once that happens, it'll be a little bit different. But right now, it's just such a new show. I mean, it's just started.
Oh, and
CTV, thank you.
There it is.
CTV,
yes.
thank you. I'm not Canadian, so.
Yeah.
Without trying to get in trouble, are you hoping for a season 2?
Well, I think anytime you're in a show, you hope for a season 2, right?
All right.
And there's been
all
talk.
right.
I mean, we hear things, but you never know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to depend how much following it has. I'm sure.
Yeah, and speaking of, I want to bring up Elizabeth Cooper, who we just mentioned on one of your. She loves your acting. She runs an exceptional fan group on Facebook for the ARC. So I want to plug her. And then Marsha Middleton, she also runs Facebook, the ARC series, I believe it's called on Facebook. They both tirelessly work hard to promote the show and everything. So the people you have here are your P1s in terms of the show.
Amazing. That's so great to hear.
And I tell you, Mercedes, that if you were to join their group, I know that they would announce your presence into the group.
Even though they didn't Roger.
Here we go. Here we go.
And Anthony asked, what
was-
time tomorrow will Mercedes be on? It will start at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. And, as
And
we
for
always
those
said,
and for those on the Central Time Zone, 8 p.m.
Oh, who lives in the Central Time Zone? I wonder who that is.
Ooh, ARC TV, is that one?
So it's one called the ARC Fan Group, and then the other one's called the ARC Series, I believe. Let me really quick. Let me get up here.
Wow.
Hang
Folks,
on a second.
You're
Hang
welcome. If you do not welcome her,
Yeah. So it is the ARC Fan Group for the first one, and then the second one is called the ARC Series Fan Group. That's a private group.
Oh my
But
gosh,
you'll get approved.
And then there's ARC Survival Evolved. Oh, that.
You know what we'll do in private, I'll send you the links. How's that? In the private chat.
What was the second one called?
It's the ARC Series Fan
ARC
Group. But I'll send you the group. I'll send you the links right here.
Got
And
it.
that way
Found it.
Yeah. So this. Oh, okay.
Join.
Okay. Yeah, that'll
Wow.
probably be a private one though.
They're
And then
pending.
Yes. And she's watching, so she'll approve.
the administrators are here watching live.
Yeah, they're
Come
watching.
on,
Yes.
people.
And then the
You
other one
gotta
is
let her in.
yes. You don't want to mess around with Miss Helen Trust. So, and then the other one is the ARC Fan Group.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so awesome,
Indeed.
folks. Look.
Thank you.
there it
Thank
is.
you. You're gonna enjoy those groups.
Look,
You'll just love it.
Mercedes is joining the groups to see how it's going on. So, there it is. Marsha says she's in. She's in. Thank you. That is
All
so
right.
funny.
Now I'm part of
Thank
the
you.
community.
Well, actually,
Amazing.
Mercedes, you are part of the community. You've always been a part of it, and every time
Oh,
we are eternally grateful because you're spending time with us. As I said earlier,
Yes.
you're giving time away from your family, from Lucy Lou,
Lucy Lou.
and it's just we're humbled. We're
Yes.
humbled that you get to play in our sandbox for a little while.
Thank
We're
you.
just absolutely blown away.
And look, another chair. She's been given another chair.
Oh,
By
chair?
Elizabeth
yes.
Cooper. Yeah, you'll see right here. I don't know how to do the comments part. There,
Look,
no,
Marsha is amazing.
Yes.
Of course, when she's in, she's in.
She's in, and then the next
there
one.
it
Look
is.
at that. Got a chair
She's-
reserved.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then, of course, Love You, Elizabeth says Marsha Middleton.
Yeah,
Really
these
good
guys
stuff.
work really well together to help promote the show, help promote the episodes, discussions.
Approved.
And
Approved.
there you go.
There it is. There it is. Wow. All right.
Welcoming.
Well, fair enough.
Can we see? No.
Yes,
Yes.
there it is.
Yes.
Wow,
There it is.
folks. There it is.
Hey,
Welcome.
Mercedes, welcome to the ARC.
And
There
there's
you
go.
Marsha Middleton. There's Marsha.
Great.
Wow.
Telling you to be kind.
Yes.
Have
Oh.
you met
There may be an exception for you or for Miss Helena. Trust.
Amazing.
Folks, what is so cool is Mercedes actually read the rules. No one else reads them.
Yeah, I didn't. I just.
Did you know there's no profanities?
I did. I didn't read that. I'm sorry. So, yeah. What do I know? But
What do I
I
know?
love
Yeah.
you.
Accept,
I
and then
just,
just
it just signs at the bottom of a contract or something. I just sign it. You know. Then what do
Yes.
you mean?
Yes.
So
You let Mrs. Trust decide your fate.
oh yeah,
Just
and
right-
we'll discuss that
sign on the
tomorrow.
dotted line. Yes.
We'll
Oh.
discuss that tomorrow.
Oh, get this. When we're done here, I'll give you a fantastic welcome in the ARC fan group. Wow. Mercedes, they love you. They love you. They love you. They love you.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
amazing.
It's
Yes.
like everyone who joins the group gets a welcome. I think that's so awesome, except for me. So you guys can all go to hell.
Here we go. The fragile ego. One more time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Put him in his place, Mrs. Trust.
Oh no. I'm a believer. I'm a believer in the Wunderkind, Mr. Trust. I believe he's trying to save the world, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But is there more backstory that we're going to learn from the family or the pair, Mr. and Mrs. Trust, going forward?
I think yeah. I mean, there's always things that you can learn, right?
Yes.
Also, it's interesting for me to listen to your show and these hypotheses that you
The
have.
theories. Yes.
Yeah, it's so interesting, like the thought that you've put into and how interesting your ideas even make it more interesting. Like to me, I was like, oh, I never thought of that.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Well, that's the writing. That's
This
the writing on
OT
the
thing.
show. Yeah, it's the writing of the show and the actors
Yeah.
that play it that gives us that opportunity to grow. And this show is written in such a way that you can look at it in two different kind of ways. Like I was talking about the voting that we were doing at the beginning of the episode with the trusts and the crew, how they were saying no, we're going to be the ones going to Ross 128B, and the trusts are like, no, you're acting like children. We're going to treat you like we're going to take away the drive, right, and everything else. But then I could see the trust point of view. This is their ship. This is their stuff. So it's written such a way that allows us to kind of explore those avenues.
Well, exactly, and I think we know better.
Mhm.
I
Of
would
course.
say
Yes.
these people were not. This was not even their job.
None of them.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
So and seeing that they're kids, like that's what we say in the show too. Like they're yes, we're treating them like children because they're acting like children, but they are also young. They
Yes,
have
sir.
the experience, and obviously, I have different ideas.
Yes. Yes, you do. And I'm so excited. I want to get into it now.
No,
Yeah, we
No.
better not.
no,
I
we
can't.
can't.
I can't.
And quite frankly, unfortunately, due to time constraints, we are short on time ourselves, and I am
Yes.
so embarrassed that we're the ones that actually have to cut this one off, and I do apologize. But Mercedes,
Thank you.
wow,
Thank
wow.
you.
Sorry, I don't have words, but I'm looking so forward to tomorrow to be able to have a conversation. I can't wait to see the art. We're going to be ready to go on
Yes.
that, and I look forward to it. And maybe you can even, if it's not a big deal, maybe you can even do
Show.
a demo right there.
Yeah,
a
or
demo
show
right
us.
there. Show us
Yeah.
how you do a little bit of the art. If it's way too much, and there's like, you got to put the smock on. You got to get the painting pellet out.
What's your medium?
Obviously, don't do that.
I can send a video of me creating some of the art.
Okay, and we can
And
probably
then
play
we can
that.
show that too. I don't use an easel.
Yeah, I was just messing with you.
I know, but I would love to show you. But it's
That-
actually done on the ground.
Ah.
And you'll see.
Okay.
see.
Well, hang
Wow,
on.
if you do send
I'm
us
not
a video,
rude. I'm following.
we will definitely play that. But we want to talk about all that stuff, and this is absolutely awesome. An incredible surprise. Mercedes, you obviously we thank you because you're spending time with your fan community, and it is so we're so grateful. Not everyone does it, and we know that we're fortunate, and hopefully we can we can make the time pass fast tomorrow. That's our goal. So we'll
well, I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun things to talk about. I'm excited to there's lots of stuff that I don't want to say I've bottled up, but I mean, my character was a surprise. So I didn't even announce that I was on the show.
Yes.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things I'd love to talk about and hadn't been able to until.
Cool.
Well, good. We're going to give you that opportunity and we're going to behave. So,
I hope.
Dude, did you read her comments earlier? I think
Yes.
a word riot was used, but in a good way.
Yes.
So we're going to have to live it. Damn, now we're going to have to live up to that.
Yes.
So we'll see.
I just followed you. I can't wait to see your stuff. Good
Ladies
job.
and gentlemen, everyone who's watching, if you're not already following her, follow her. And
Is that the only thing?
That is real cool.
You're not on Twitter? You're not on Twitter or anything? Okay.
No.
Not yet.
Oh,
Okay. That's cool.
wow.
I actually resisted social media for a really long time. And then I started doing this thing called the yes experiment, where I decided that I was going to say yes to everything that came into my experience, which got me really busy. But also at the time, my agent was like, you're going to have to start a fan page. You're going to have to start social media. You're going to have to, Instagram. So then
and do interviews with crazy people.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That sometimes you have to deal with some people that, you have to kind of ignore or be a little.
You know what? Good things always happen to me. I always have great people in my life. I've
good.
never had like anybody too weird or any question too whatever. Like
here we are.
Yeah. It's been really good. I mean, I know people like I'm also a model as well, and I did a lot of bathing suit modeling and lingerie and stuff like that. And even during that time, like there wasn't a lot of weirdos. Like I attract a different kind of crowd, I guess. I have other friends that are models that complain about photographers or complain about fans or whatever, and that's just not my experience.
Good.
I'm
Good.
glad.
It's good to hear.
Yes.
It's good to hear that is out there.
Yeah.
Good to hear. I'm excited, guys. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't
I
wait.
know I am as well. So, unfortunately, I do have to call it, ladies and gentlemen. I do want to give a shout out to Tony Konopka, one of our fans from another program. Oh, I hate saying that. One of our listeners from another program. We don't have fans. We have family here.
Yes.
So, it's really good stuff. So, Mercedes, it's 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. What are your plans? You're going to have dinner? You're going to go out and watch a movie? I know, we're being nosy. I'm sorry.
Well, this little head needs to go out. I call her little head. So we're going to do that. I was actually going to meet a friend, and we were going to watch episode 9 again.
I love you.
Awesome.
We're not the only ones that watch it once or twice. We watch it again. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, I watched it the other night with my girlfriends. Actually, I work with this editor. He's incredible. He makes my demo reels and stuff. His name's Frank Garcia. He's an incredible guy. And he sends me links, or he'll download things for me and send it to me. And so he sent me the episode, and I brought it over to a girlfriend's house the other night, and like 12 at night or 12 in the morning, whatever, midnight. We were sitting there watching it, and then my girlfriend is like videoing me and then videoing the screen, and we're all.
Well, I got a little surprise. I got to see your reel on YouTube, so I definitely know some of the work you've done. I can't wait to talk about that.
Oh, cool! Great.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes. Can't wait, guys.
Yeah,
can't wait.
Definitely can't wait. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry we are going to cut the episode a bit. I'm so saddened, but yeah, we do. We have another program that's going to be on shortly thereafter after us, so we have to clear the network. But for now, Mercedes, again, absolutely awesome having you on with us, and we're looking forward to tomorrow. So, boys, Bring your favorite drink. Oh, there's Lucy Lou. Bring your pet. Everyone in the chat room, bring a picture of your pet, your favorite drink, whatever. And if it's Comet water, we're going to do it.
We're
And
gonna
tell
do
your
it.
friends. And tell your friends to tune
And
in
tell your
too.
friends, yes.
Yes.
This is what they do on the Ark. They're
Yes.
spending time with the community, which is absolutely awesome.
Yes.
So it was a watch party tonight. We're going to have
Watch
another one. Hi, Lucy Lou.
Hi. And then I just real quick, I want to just make sure that everybody after we watch the show, make sure to watch or listen on all available platforms for podcasts for After the Arc. That's just you got to have that. And then tomorrow we're gonna see Miss Mercedes de la Cruz. So
And
once
there
again,
it is. Instagram.com, Mercedes de la Cruz. Check it out.
Right.
There it is, artist page as well, Mercedes de la Cruz Art. And you see it right there. I thank Michael for that. I thank Michael for contacting Mercedes. But first and foremost, I can't wait for tomorrow, Mercedes. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot. Great night, and we'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific
Yep.
Standard Time.
Woohoo.
8,
Yep, 8
Yeah.
Central.
9 Eastern Time.
Very good. Good deal.
All right.
All right. Thank you. And
Thank
for everyone
you.
else, folks, we are out of here. So, oh, what a beautiful image. Look at
Oh,
that
that's a
right
beautiful.
there.
Yeah. Yes. Very
Yeah.
nice.
She must be a model.
Yes, I think so. I think
All right,
so.
folks. All kidding aside, we appreciate it. We
Thank you,
are
guys.
out of here, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget to catch us next Sunday as well. And we'll see you guys on the other side. Jag, this is for you. Take us away.
What do I do?
All right, take us out of here. Michael, take us out of here.
Yep. Thank you all for coming. As we've said 9 million times, tomorrow, Mercedes de la Cruz, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Time.
That's right.
And 6 p.m. Pacific Time. We're so happy that she joined us as a surprise tonight, too. But just to know what's coming tomorrow. Tell your friends, and we're out of here.
Peace!